We're back with a new episode of RNF Unlocked, and this time we're coming to you from Thailand for round 17 of the 2023 season. I'm Neil Morrison, and today we're going to take this topic off track. While the sound of the engines and the thrill of racing are what draws us into MotoGP, it's the off-track experiences that make a MotoGP event truly unforgettable for those who are here. Dubbed the heart of the team, the hospitality experience takes guests and members for an exciting journey with bespoke VIP experiences and exquisite dining. So join us for a chat with the RNF MotoGP Head of Sponsorship and Hospitality, Cyril Francis, and the Team Experience Manager, Nicole Bovinelli. Welcome, guys.
Hello, hi.
Hello, guys. Cyril, I just want to say we've been trying to get you on the podcast all year long, and we finally have you here. What a delight it is to have you on the RNF
I didn't want to be on the podcast. I hate talking.
Well,
but he's here.
But you're a great talker, though, right? Guys, it's been a pretty crazy schedule in the last couple of weeks. How are you doing? We're at round 17 of the season. How are the energy levels?
The energy levels are great right now. Again, it's been very hectic ever since Japan. Okay, and the traveling, is quite intense. But again, we're coping quite well. And for me, I think the weekend it's always been great is because we meet guests and sponsors who are so great. So that's the experience we look out for over the weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's on our side. For Nicole.
Yeah, actually, our job is to entertain the people. So we have always to try to keep our energy and push everyone to have a great weekend, unforgettable one. So for sure, we have always to try to save energy for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to give them the best experience ever. So yes, it's going to be, we are quite tired, but at the end, this is part of our journey. So this is what we have to do, try to be positive and always with full of energies. So yeah, this is what.
Absolutely. I want to talk about both of your jobs and also the RNF experience, which sounds very interesting, and I'm sure our listeners would like to learn more about that. But before that, I want to just get to know you guys a little bit better. Are you big MotoGP fans? And is that how you started working in this paddock? Cyril?
This is the best.
Can I say what I want to say?
Go ahead.
I hate racing. I hate Formula One. I hate MotoGP and motorsports. But the reason I'm doing this is because people said I can't do it. Okay, so it's not rocket science in what we do. Except, again, if you're in the engineering or you are working on the bike, that's a totally different thing. So that basically made me continue and do this work, So I've seen people ask me, do you love this sport? No, sorry, it's my job, correct? That's for me. I know this is not going to go well with Razlan, but...
This is very reality.
I appreciate your honesty. Yeah, absolutely. And Nicole, what about you? You have quite a diverse background of experience.
Yeah.
You've worked in WRC, you've worked in Superbikes, you've worked for other teams in MotoGP. How did you end up in the paddock?
Well, actually, I started when I was pretty young because just after school, I started to try to apply to have a job in motorsport. Everything started when I was about 10 years old because a father of friend of mine, he was a rider. He was a rider, Pier Francesco Chili. He was running in Superbike. So, of course, when you are super young and you come inside of the paddock, it's like a circus. So I was like, when I will be adult, this is what I want to do. So
it's still a circus.
It's still a circus. This has never changed. So yeah, now when I had 20 years old, then I start to try to find a position. So I emailed everyone. I was like a stalker for about 1 year, and then I found a position in Superbike as a waitress. So actually my career started as waitress. I did waitress for 6 years. So I worked, as you said, for a different team. And then I started to change my job and it became everything more related to operation. So more relating to guest experience and travel logistics as well. And yes, I went to WRC, I did Superbike, and I was working here also with different teams. So I had also the difference between work for a Moto3 team and work for a MotoGP team. The gap is really huge because in Moto3 you are doing 1,000 different roles. And when you arrive in MotoGP, at least you have your role and you have to concentrate and focus only in one. things. It's not like 1,000. But I have to say that working in a smaller team, it helps a lot because then you are more smart and you are able to focus and do more different things even when if there is any necessity things, at least you can help also the others. So this is where I come from.
Okay, right. Interesting.
And the most funniest thing is when I was working for the agency managing Philip Morris, and she was working in hospitality. So actually, I knew Nicole for the longest time, but not knowing Nicole at that time.
Yeah.
So it's funny when we met our my ex-colleagues, and they said, "Oh yeah, Nicole worked in the hospitality suite." But again, I didn't know. So it's kind of a little bit weird.
Yeah, at the end, the world is so small, so by the time you see each other again,
Exactly.
somehow, somewhere.
Nicole, I'm really interested because your job role is the team experience manager. This is not a role I think I've heard of before in the paddock. So can you maybe tell us a little bit about what your job entails?
Yeah, so above me I have Cyril. So Cyril is the person that is like our mind. So he's the one to create and think about ideas, what to do. And as you said, then it's myself and Connie. We are the operative people.
Hi, Connie.
So Connie, she's the person that especially organizes everything before to arrive on track. So she's the one to take the name of the guests and prepare all the passes. And I'm the one more to operate on site. Like basically my journey starts to welcome the guests on track. So I'm more like the face of the team, the one to welcome them and try to give these positive vibes. And yeah, I bring them inside of the garage. So I'm the one to manage the right time in the garage to bring them. I bring them in the pit wall. Then we have also a lot of nice things, because sometimes the people only think about race, MotoGP only related to riders, mechanics, and garage. But actually, this is not all. And this is what is nice to show to the people. And this is the main difference between what you can watch on television and what you can really live when you are here. So yeah, basically for me it's nice when I can show to the people what is really MotoGP. So it's my job. There is press officer, there is all the suppliers from suits, from helmets, from tires. And this is nice when they can also understand more deep inside all this little and different job, because then they have a different, when they come back and then watch the next race, they are, this brand, I was there. And this is what is really nice when you have this feedback, when they really appreciate what you show them, that is something that they cannot see when they are at home. So yeah, this is for me one of the nice things of the RNF experience, because we bring them to visit and live what they cannot actually think when they are at home.
Absolutely, yeah. It sounds pretty cool. We had an RNF Unlocked show 2 weeks ago in Indonesia with two fans that were here doing the RNF experience. What is the RNF experience? Nicole's described a few of the aspects that fans can get to see. What else can they experience?
I think the experience is very important. Okay, so as you know, every team has sponsors and guests. Our job is to actually convert non-racing guests or sponsors to basically embrace MotoGP and also love us as a team. Okay, and I think since we started in 2019, we have managed to basically convert people. I can't convert everyone, okay? So my philosophy is basically, if you have 100 guests, at least you make one guest happy and take that experience like, whoa, I've done this with RNF. And there's many case studies which has happened, and we have managed, it's been a great 5 years, and we're just pushing the boundaries to create more content. Okay, but I think it's having a great weekend with the team, with the guests, that's it. Okay, and when they go home and watch the next race, they say, wow, I was there, I was with RNF. That's what we're looking at.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, Nicole, you mentioned you take the guests to the garage, different things. What is the whole package? What can guests do with this RNF experience?
Well, actually, when they come, first of all, they are welcome in our hospitality. It is for us like our house when we are around the world. And it's really nice for them because they can actually enter and feel part of the family because they are there where also the mechanics can come for grab a coffee or eat. And after that, I start to bring them inside of the garage. After the garage, they can also are allowed to go to the pit wall. Of course, this is sometimes depend. I mean, this is more activity to do with the VIP. So then I bring them into the VIP, to the pit wall. That is super amazing experience because at the end they are there. They see the team manager, the mechanics and they are like, oh my gosh, I'm here. This is unbelievable. And sometimes I bring them the service road. So this is like for me another one of the other best experience ever because I mean the adrenaline that you feel when you are there close to the track, seeing the bikes close to it is like just amazing. And this is super nice when we can also divide because sometimes we bring them inside of the session, but it's also nice when you can bring them outside of the session. So when the mechanics are working on the bike, this is something that not everyone understands because of course if you are not fan of MotoGP, sometimes you just watch them and you don't understand. But we are trying to give them some tips, some information, so then they are more curious. And as you said, the nicest thing is when someone that was not passionate on Sunday is like, I would like to return. I want to be back when I can come again. This is one of the nicest things. And yes, of course, it's not only related to the garage. Then I do like a paddock tour that is super different between European races and overseas races because the layout is completely different. And I also bring them to visit Ixon, to visit Shark, to visit Michelin. So this is important because I always try to explain to the people that not only the bike is going fast, all the environment is going fast. So everything is super important, the safety, the tire, the use of the tire. So then they also can try to understand and learn about strategy. So those are little things that make like everything really super different. And yes, I mean, this year we also had a lot of experience also with BMW, because we have also the chance to put a few guests of us in the car. So during the session, they can go with a BMW car around the track in the service road. So they are, this is super cool as well. And also the BMW safety car. So do a track with the safety car. This is like another great things that they really love all the time. When they come outside of the car, they are just like crazy. Yes, this is basically more or less what we do. And on Saturday, we also have a meet and greet, so they have the chance to talk with the riders and also with our team manager. So usually we use the team manager, so Wilco Zillenberg, because it's nice to have also a technical information. So if you then take all the package, so you have the experience, you can come to hospitality, enjoy lunch, enjoy breakfast or coffee or beer or Prosecco, and then you have the chance to see how everything is going on during a session. Outside of the session, so how the mechanics are working on the bike, and then you have Ixon, so about suits, then you have Shark about helmets, you have Michelin about tires, then you have the chat with the riders and the chat with the manager. So then you have like an overall idea about exactly what is MotoGP, what is motorsport, and we always try also to don't be so cold with the people, so we try always to welcome them in a warm way. So trying to make them like part of the family. And I think this is making the difference a lot with other teams. We are trying to make more same for everyone and feel them part of the team, the family.
Well, you summed it up.
I think what we need to do is give Cyril this experience to convert him from a non-fan to a proper MotoGP fan, right?
It's going to be complicated, because it's easy in the motorsport science, really. 1,000 years.
So, like again, the team, the three of us. So it's me heading the team, and then we've got Connie, who's in Malaysia, who's actually the brain. She puts all the programs together, and the execution is done by us because she only travels to certain races. So I think the three of us work well and to execute this program. And yes, we have a schedule that we follow, but things change. Okay, and we try to adapt. The programs based on what, so like for sometimes if the guests don't come on time, we have to manage, and then we can't say like, oh, you can't do this right now. So again, we try to accommodate all requirements and experiences for our guests.
Absolutely. If you are a MotoGP fan and you want to get involved with this experience, how do you do it? How can you apply or
well, the experience
purchase this
is not
experience?
for sale. Okay, the experience is through the partnership, which is through the sponsorship right now. So that's how we basically work the experience out. Okay, so there are times where, like for instance in Australia, they were this family who came to us, Australian family, and their 2 kids. Okay, and they were not even our guests. Okay, and the kids came to us and simply asked us like, can I have water? And we gave water away, simple things. Okay, then they keep coming to us. Then I said, hey, do you want to see the pit box? Okay, and immediately like, well, the girls, like I think we were 7 or 8 years old, they were just so happy. We showed them the bikes and the experience. That experience just changed the next day, you know. And they came in, I don't know where they bought the t-shirt, but they bought our teamwear and they came. So again, that conversion, and immediately the dad sent an email saying like, we will follow the team and we want to be part of the team next year, you know, as guests. So these are the things which we do, but again, it's not for sale. Okay, so again, if anyone, even in Thailand, if there's anyone who wants to have a look at in the pit box, yes, we can give. If we have time, we will do that. So we are not like, the experience is just not for our sponsors, but anyone who wants to experience. I can take you on a tour if you want. Okay?
Book me in for
This is
Malaysia, right? Absolutely, yeah, we can do the next podcast from there, sure. Yeah. We're currently recording in the RNF hospitality in Thailand, in the Chang International Circuit paddock. Obviously, this is kind of the center point of the team. How important is it to get the hospitality right? Because this is where the team dines, where the rider dines, and I guess you want to create a good team harmony and atmosphere, so the hospitality takes on a lot of importance, right?
Yes, the good thing is basically I would like to talk about our catering team. So again, it's headed by Chef Matteo, okay, and the sous chef is also Italian, and our head of the host is also Italian. So my entire catering team are all Italians, okay, and they're passionate about their food, and again, how to say, in Italian, like there's so
They are
much
Latin people.
you know, they want the perfect setup of food for the crew and the guests, okay, and I think that's, like again, it's the highest quality of food, okay, and the great thing about our chefs is this, okay, they cook not Italian, they cook Asian food, they cooked Malaysian food and all that stuff, so they cater for everyone in the team. Okay. Also, I think with his experience, okay, we have managed. He's been with us for the last 5 years. Okay, still sticking with us. I know we have our ups and downs. Okay, like again, you can't tell the chef, oh, I don't like this. You know, they'll just take and throw it at your face. No, but he's done great, and I think everyone who has come to our races have said a lot of good things about the food.
Yeah, but also the way, I mean, when you enter, you feel like super welcome in the hospitality, so you feel really like you are happy to come. It's not like a place like super cold. You really feel well. I mean, and it's not only related to the food. It's like the food plus also the job of all the waiters guy, that they are always not super nice, super friendly with the people. So this is important as well. I think sometimes maybe
the only time we need to control is when Razlan invites everybody in the paddock. It happens, and everybody comes. Oh, Razlan invited me for lunch. I'm like, wait a minute. Nope.
You don't have space.
Yeah, I don't have space.
Okay.
And then you see the face of Cyril that change completely when someone is not
So
supposed
usually
to
he's
come.
the one who like invites everyone in for me to say no. Eventually we have to let them in, but like.
Just finally, guys, coming to the end of this episode, are there any upcoming experiences for the fans that they could get involved with the RNF team that are coming up in the next weeks or months or even next year?
I think we have a big experience in Malaysia because that's our home Grand Prix. I think we are
Valencia as well.
Valencia, we're still in the midst of planning for Valencia, so that will be our biggest show if everything goes to plan. But I think it'll be Malaysia and Valencia Grand Prix. Okay, you'll be invited, don't worry.
Okay, and can you reveal anything, any more details?
No, it's still very PNC.
Fantastic. Well, guys, I think that brings us to the end of this RNF
Oh my God,
Unlocked
thank God.
episode.
We're done.
So Cyril, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for coming on the podcast. I hope to have you again on the podcast very soon.
It's good to have you, Neil.
Yeah, and thank you very much, Nicole, as well, for giving us the insight. Very interesting stuff. Be sure to add the hashtag RNF experience into your bucket list and watch out for the Paddock Pass contest. If you're in for more serious business reach, drop them an email at partners@rnfracing.com. Until then, we'll be back at the Malaysian GP with another interesting topic to discuss. Make sure you subscribe and comment below on any questions you'd like to ask the team. Bye for now.